I just wanted to take a couple of minutes here to do a comparison between what has absolutely been my favorite planner, which has been Planner Pad, and between a new one that I found and ordered this year that I think may replace Planner Pad. There are some pros and cons to each one, and I just wanted to give you an inside look over my shoulder so that you can make a decision which actual calendar and planner is the right one for you. This one that we're looking at right here is the Planner Pad, and I have loved Planner Pad for several years. The thing I have liked about it is that you work from a funnel down here at the bottom are your daily activities so that you can put in any appointments and meetings that you've got that are time dependent. And then up at the very top, you've got what you can put in what I call buckets or categories. You can see I've got mine labeled with some different categories. Obviously, you choose the labels and categories that work for you. And then this is where you can put your to-do list and actually group them together by category. Once you've done that and see the items on your to-do list and the categories, then you take those items and you start assigning them to a particular day. And then once you've assigned them to a particular day, you can then look at your meetings and appointments, and then you can work those things in around. That's the beauty of the way this system works, and it has actually helped me for several years be more productive than I really ever thought that I could be. The one thing that I have not been as happy with the Planner Pad is this, and that is that the fact that for your monthly calendar, you've only got on one page. And I tend to write a little bit bigger. I would like to do a little more planning here than I can with just one page. I have liked the fact that you've got a blank page over here so you can make a list of your biggest items or your goals or whatever else you need to do. If you need to take some notes about specific things that have happened during the course of the month, you can do that. But I have really liked this planner. I highly recommend it. This has been the weak spot for me, and the thing that I really wish Planner Pad would do is turn it into a 2-page monthly calendar. However, having said that, I then found one this year that I looked at, that I ordered, that I think solves that problem. It is set up very similar to Planner Pad in terms of the way the weeks look. They look a little bit different. You can see that you have your notes over here and a place to put expenses. Now, I very likely might cover that up with a piece of washi tape or a label of some kind to change that for whatever I wanted. If I had things I needed to remember, if I wanted to write a quote that was, helpful or motivational, although they do have those up here at the top of each week, which I like. You also have the 3 months, the month and the month previous and the month that's coming up that are up here at the top instead of down here in the corner like we have had with Planner Pad. Let me just flip and show you that. That's been over here in the corner. You'll notice they both start on Monday, and on one page they go from Monday to Thursday, and then from Friday to Sunday. Now, I happen to like a Monday start. That's kind of the way my brain works. To me, Saturday and Sunday are the end of the week, and I look at a fresh week starting for me on Monday. You also have place up here at the top to put your categories or your buckets. You do not have quite as many lines here as you do over in the weeks for Planner Pad. That is one thing that is a little bit different about it, but I really don't think that's going to be that big of a difference. You can see the difference here. You definitely have more lines here. They're spaced a little bit closer together, and they are a little bit wider, which I do happen to like that. But what I'm going to show you here in a minute, I think, is going to make up for it for me. But that is one difference to be aware of, is that your categories or your buckets up here, you do not have quite as many lines to put your to-do items here. However, the thing that sold me on this is this right here. This is what I have been wanting and what's been missing in Planner Pad as far as I'm concerned, and that is having a 2-page spread for your monthly calendar. Now, the one thing it does not have is it does not have a page anywhere, either at the beginning of the month or at the end of the month, that is that blank page that Planner Pad had, but I guess you just don't quite get all of your eggs in one basket. But I really like the 2-page at a glance. Like I said, I write a little bit bigger. I need to be able to track my doctor's appointments and treatments, as well as my dad's. I need to track things for my husband. In addition to the fact that I've got a little bit bigger space here, means I can do a little more planning, And I can do recording of things, for example, my habits. I'm working to get a writing habit become a daily thing, and it's got enough room here that I could go ahead and put down my word count each day, as well as some other things. So this right here is what sold me and the reason that I decided to order this particular planner for the 2025 year. Now, it does have a couple of things that are different that I don't like quite as much. The first thing is that its cover is a little more flimsy. It's a little more floppy than the planner pad cover is. The planner pad cover, kind of dirty. The planner pad cover is very sturdy and very stout, very stiff. And of course, I added to it these pockets that you can purchase from Planner Pad. And I decided to solve the problem of this being so floppy. I went ahead and put in the pockets that I ordered from Planner Pad. Put those in here. That gives me a place to put some things at the front. And you also, if you wanted to, so you can see here how floppy it is, you could also add a piece of cardstock or something in there if you wanted to, just to give it a little more stiffness. I think, though, however, that having the items in here, the pages in here. Now, one thing about this calendar, but it was also true with Planner Pad, you can see here where I have cut the side of this page because items that are letter size 8.5 by 11 don't quite fit in here. They kind of bunch up a little bit at the spiral, but they did the same thing with my Planner Pad as well. So that is something to be aware that both of this one and the Planner Pad are not exactly a full 8.5 by 11 in the cover. However, I think that adding this to it helps it out a lot, and it gives you just a little extra place to store some of those loose things sometimes that you need to keep up with, that you're maybe not ready to get rid of, or you're not ready to file, but you want to make real sure that you don't misplace them in the meantime. So this particular one is on Amazon. It doesn't say in here, I don't think, no, it doesn't say in here who made this, but I will leave a link to this in the description below so that you can check it out. It has some information up here at the front, just like Planner Pad does, that if you get this lost or something happens, you also have a yearly overview. You've got the holidays that you can see for the next 3 years. And it has this particular thing that I really like. This gives you a year at a glance so that you can do some 30,000 foot planning overview. You can go ahead and plug in if you know you've got doctor's appointments on certain dates, if you know you're going to have a company coming at a certain time for holidays, you can mark those off. You can mark off your vacation time. This gives you a chance to look at the entire year, to look at the holidays, to look at the weekends, and then to be able to figure out what is your actual work time that you've got so that you can do the planning that you need to do. It also helps you keep from getting a particular quarter maybe overloaded with too many business items or personal items or home items to the point that you get a little bit burned out. So I really like that aspect of this as well. And then it's just got a place for contacts. I keep most of my contacts in my cell phone, to be real honest. But every now and then when something happens and there's an power outage or electricity's out for some reason and I can't get to my phone on my cell phone, I really wish that I had those written down somewhere. I think one of the things I'm going to make sure I do for 2025 is go through my cell phone book and put those in written form so that I've got those from now on. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a look into this. I've got the other one that I did on Planner Pad. I'll link to that video as well. I still love Planner Pad. I think it's terrific. I think it meets needs for lots and lots of folks. And honestly, if Planner Pad would put the 2-page calendar in here, so Planner Pad, if you're listening, if they would put a 2-page Planner Pad in here, that would be awesome. My ideal would be to have a 2-page monthly calendar here, and then to have at the front or the back, or possibly both, a blank page or two that you could have to write down any things that you might need to reference later without looking through each individual week, so that you could basically have a key in the front or a place to make your notes or to create a vision board for your month or anything else like that you need. That would be the perfect planner. So that was just a quick run through so that you could take a look at these two. They're pretty much the same size. When you compare them, it looks like the Planner Pad may be just a hair wider here, but boy, it's not much. So anyway, I will leave links to both of these in the description below. And I hope you have a great 2025 as you are planning, and that you are able to get all the things done that you need to, and to work on meeting those goals and achieving those dreams.